Hey everyone, and welcome to day 8 of my Ultimate Reset Cleanse. Yes, I'm a little bit chipper and a little bit happier because I'm back. I feel great today, actually. I still have a little bit of a stuffy nose. So what I do know is that thankfully, because I have my husband going through the cleanse, and I also have my cousin going through the cleanse at the same time, I was able to compare what I was going through versus what they're going through. And what I realized is that a lot of my Debbie Downerness last week really had to do with the fact that on top of the cleanse, I actually did have the flu, and my son has actually been sick with the flu for the past 4 days. My daughter had it for 2 days, and I was wedged right there in the middle. So I had the flu, and then it turned into a really bad cold after that. And I was also on my period too, like the day I started the cleanse was the day that I started my period. So all that combined, and you had what I had last week. So all in all, now I've kind of turned around that corner. I feel so much better. I feel a lot more alert. I feel energetic. I feel great. And now the things that I know about the first week. So the first week was, again, very, very difficult. Not only was I doing the cleanse and being sick, the cleanse did, when I talked to my husband and when I talked to Trisha, it did make them very tired. So, I was very fatigued during the whole thing with everything that was going on with my body. But the other some of the other challenges on top of it were like, work wise, I just kicked off a major project at work, so there was a lot of demands on me at work, but both my kids were sick, so there was a lot of demands on me at home at the same time. And I think just getting adjusted to the cleanse, like every reason that I could possibly have to call it quits or to falter in the first week, I had that reason. And I'm glad that I had those things. I'm glad that I had those obstacles because it really showed me how strong I'm capable of being when faced with that kind of adversity, or when faced with those kinds of challenges. And it really pushed me to keep going, because if I could get through that week, then I can get through week 2, and I can get through week 3, and I can get to the finish line. And I can show other people that, and especially because I know for women, a lot of us tend to, especially when we're on like our periods, or sorry, our time of the month, we tend to be like, oh, I tried to stay on track, but I was on my time of the month, so I ended up, eating all these other things because I'm very hormonal and I crave certain things, and we kind of use it as an out, as an out to eat whatever we want to eat, like kind of how pregnancy works, right? So it was good because I wouldn't allow myself to give in to those kinds of thoughts on, well, I'm on my time of the month so I can have whatever I want, or I should allow myself certain things because no, I dedicated myself to this cleanse and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take it all the way. And I'm glad that I did. So as you guys know, the food is really good. Last night's dinner I couldn't stomach. It was like roasted roots or like carrots, and I don't like cooked carrots to begin with, so it's cooked carrots and sweet potato. I hate sweet potato. I didn't like that dinner, so it was a bit hard to get through. For the most part, dinner is pretty easy to get through, but I know that it is going to be really challenging because now I'm into a full vegan diet, like not vegetarian where I'm allowed to eat like, eggs and shit like that. Like it's full vegan. I can't have any animal byproducts whatsoever. No dairy, no meats, no fish, nothing. So that's really challenging because I never in my life imagined that I would ever go that far with my diet. Like when people used to talk about veganism or vegetarianism, I'm like, nope, that is not for me. And it's hard. Like it's hard because things like I haven't had a cup of tea in like in 8 days. I haven't had a cup of tea in 8 days, and that's something that I've grown up with. That's something that I'm used to having on a regular basis. But I'm surprising myself because I don't really need it. I don't need tea. Like I'm operating fine even throughout it. My husband even, he was gonna have a really hard time not drinking tea, and he was saying like, I'm fine without tea. Like I don't really need it. So it's good because it breaks those dependencies. But I find that like at dinner time, I really want meat on my plate at dinner time. Like, and I get really discouraged when I'm dishing out all these vegetables onto a plate, and I'm like, oh God, if I could just have some salmon, if I could just have some chicken, if I could just have something. But you know, this is the way it is for the next however many days left. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep doing it and keep trying all the new recipes. That's the other hard thing, is like I feel like I am always in the kitchen. Always in the kitchen. Like I'm just a slave to the kitchen, and that's tough. And it's like even on the days when like last week when I was so tired and I didn't have any energy and I was fatigued and I was sick, like I didn't even have the option to say like I just can't cook today. Can we just get Swiss chalet? I didn't even have that option. Like, and that was really hard. And even like now, before I used to prep all the meals, but I would prep like the same things every day, and now I have to prep something different for every single meal, which is like kind of frustrating. It's good because it's widening my palate, which is what it's supposed to do, but it's frustrating because it's like, oh my gosh, I want to be out of the kitchen. Like I swear, and when this cleanse is over, I don't want to be in the kitchen for an entire week. Like I don't know. I don't want to think like that because I don't want to undo all the work that I just did. But oh my gosh, I'm so sick of the kitchen. Anyways, nice talking to you guys. I'm hoping that this is a bit of a lighter post now, and thank you for bearing with me while I was going through my difficulties last week. But as you can see, I'm on the up and ups, and I'm feeling good. And the new supplement that I'm taking, the detox supplement, this thing right here, I thought that this thing was going to be like diarrhea in a glass, but it actually tastes really good, and I'm surprised. And it's not diarrhea in a glass. It looks like diarrhea in a glass, but it doesn't cause diarrhea, and it doesn't taste like diarrhea. It actually tastes pretty refreshing. It's a nice break from water all the time, which is all I drink. Anyways, that's it for now. Talk to you guys soon. Day 9 is on the horizon, and I'm into week 2. Can't wait until week 3, and then done. Bye.